Hey, how y'all doing on today? Y'all good? Is it chilly? Is it a little chilly? Let me stop. Cause some area got ice and snow. But it's a little chilly now. Okay, y'all. I speak. It ain't too much going on in my dream, but I verbally speak it because I'm prophetic. So I just verbally speak this dream, and then I'm speak a little bit about the Book of Job. Um, I was out yesterday. I know. I had to run out to the store, so I run out to the store. I told you I'm gonna watch me over my city anyway, but I happen to run out to the store. So when I get back to my vehicle, I see this wallet in the parking lot, like right beside my truck. I see this wallet. So I was thinking like, dog, I got this wallet. I was like, okay, let me turn it back in. Like, let me turn it in to the people. A boy said, those people is corrupt. Like, you turn it in good faith. Like, okay, these people gonna do the right thing. But the employees corrupt. They corrupt. They heard me. So then at that point, I know. So then at that point, I was just going through because I was like, well, okay, maybe he got an address. This person got an address or something. And so I'm going through and then I see the driver license. I was like, okay, I see a driver license. I see an address. So then at that point, I just used the address off the driver license and then I just drove to this person's house and just personally gave them their wallet. Because something was just like, you turn it in, they still may not get it. Like they just may not, you did your part, but you got to factor in these employees is stealing out here. They worse. You done gave it to the thief, the sheep and wool clothing. You done gave it to the criminals. So I just went straight and just like something just like just drive gear to them because they had a driver license. I'm like, okay, they do have a address on here. So basically I just went and just dropped it off. Just like, look, I found this wallet in the parking lot. But I'm a walk me over my city too, so I have to do these type of things, like stuff that go on. And I'm a cross path with it. Like it's like I'm a cross path with certain stuff, and if it comes through my path, you was good. You was getting grace with me. Cause get what? I want God to give me grace. So I pay it forward. I'm paying it forward every time. So with me and me being a watchman over my city, if it come across me, you is protected and it's good. Now somebody else, you going to have to press your luck with them. Yeah. So that's the first thing that had helped because I was like, dog, because the way I even left the house, it was like, did I even have a need to even really get out the house to even get anything, really? So normally I just be like, okay, I'm going to chill. And then the kid was like, Mom, we ain't got no milk. And I was like, dog, how we miss the milk? So I was like, let me go run get some milk real quick. And so at that point with me running to get this milk, because if you look at everything, like even the where I parked it, like everything was the timing. Like people don't realize it, y'all. It's never a coincidence. Like we in the Truman Show. So the kids, they scream at this particular time, I got to get some milk. So at this particular time, I leave the house. At this particular time, I park beside this vehicle, go inside the store, get milk, come out, boom. At this particular time, the wallet is right by my door. But if I didn't park where I park, I would never seen it. Somebody else would have ran off with that. That we had a good Black Friday. But it was like everything was like, everything, God controlled the whole thing. God controlled the time. The kids screamed they need some milk. I'm like, okay, let me go. I had to leave the store at a certain time to even the time of me leaving the house was even factored in and calculated to the point where when this person came out the store, I'm in the store with this person and we coming out. We didn't come out at the same time, but the wallet wasn't there when I went in and the wallet was there when I came out. So I mean, even the timing. I'm like, God, we is in the Truman Show. I'm in the Truman Show. I don't know about y'all, but I'm in the Truman Show. So, and just tell you how God got everything strategically set up. He strategically got people out here that set out here to help people. Like he got people that strategically out here and in the positions they gonna play in the future, they gonna be of help. They're gonna be of help. Get my words right. They're gonna be of help out here. Remember my vision? When I say it's gonna be a shortage of these nurses, and God gonna strategically have people with any kind of nursing experience gonna be strategically like just mixed up in this crowd. People you don't even know is gonna be like, yeah, I know how to do this. It's gonna be people that it's gonna be like something gonna go on, some catastrophic gonna go on, and it's gonna be a demand, and it's gonna be these nurses like they bumping these nurses out. Cause if it's not in your heart to even do nursing, with them demoting the position of nursing, you probably not gonna even pursue nursing. So you got to it really got to be in your heart to even want to be a nurse at this point for you to even pursue nursing. Just like it really got to be in your heart, like God really got to plant it in your heart that you a teacher for you to sit here and want to teach some kids. Like it got to be there at this point because it's no kind of rewards, like no kind of earthly rewards that's coming to you. And it got to be something from a higher power that's just leading you into teaching, that's leading you into nursing. And it's weeding out everybody that feel like, oh, this is an easy position. I'm just finna jump in this role. I'm just finna jump in this degree. I'm just like, it's really weeding them out. Where people who really ain't got the heart to want to do it, they not going to be able to do it. And they not going to even attempt to even try to do it because it's stirring them away. But you're going to have people. And it's going to be a shortage of these nurses, especially we go to war. Like we go to war, it's going to be a shortage of these nurses. And it's going to be people like my mama. Like what I said in my other video. People like my mama who got 25-year nursing experience, who's going to be just in random crowds and random groups. And it's going to have to offer assistance. I know my mama, she said even when she was driving, she said somebody got hit on a motorcycle. And she was like, blood was coming out the head. Like, and God positioned her to be at this accident because she know nursing. So whatever was going on in the street, the traffic accident, my mama happened to be right there with this accident that was dealing with this motorcycle that she was telling us about a while back. So God can have people strategically set up out here. We is playing chess, not checkers. God got people strategically positioned in every position that's going on. Even us prophets. I call it the underground prophets. Like underground rapper. Like we underground. Like we a whole new breed. Like we a whole new breed out here for real. God got us out the rough. And we gonna be rough when we come. Let me stop. Okay, y'all. So God, he's setting this floorboard up. He's setting this chessboard up. He got strategic people in strategic positions out here. Cause it finna go down. Y'all, that what it finna do. I ain't got no fear. Like, it absolutely no fear there. Like, I remember, like, little stuff used to scare me. Like, I'd be in the yard, y'all. It could be, I probably need to pick up a brick or something, and it's full of insects. Like, I pick up this brick with insects all over it, like, bare hands. Like, no gloves, no nothing. My kid would be like, Mama, how you picking up that brick with all them insects and bugs? So I'm like, shoot, you know what? I'm finna move these bricks from here to here. I ain't worried about these bugs that's all over these bricks. And the fact that they gonna probably crawl all over me. Like, I do not care. I ain't got a care in the world. But they spooky scared. It's no fear there. Like, my heart don't even jump 2, 3. Like, my heart don't even skip a beat. I remember one time I was driving this truck. Because the way he was turning, he had to go head on into traffic, and I'm the one he going head on to. My heart didn't even skip a beat. I ain't even swerve or nothing. I was just like, he just like, But he was trying to make some kind of illegal turn or something, which meant he had to go head on and I had traffic to do it. Like, my heart didn't even skip a beat. Yeah, y'all, I'm tickled. So. I mean, one time, cause Satan, yeah, it to the point where Satan knows that if he get me in traffic, I'm getting paid. And so me, I'm gonna avoid every accident if possible. But if Satan keep playing with me, that's my blessing. That's gonna be my blessing right there. One time, the troopers almost rammed dead into me with my kids in the car. All them screaming hard, and I said it was just driving regular. But the trooper was was in the wrong because it was trying to run a light to chase somebody that had some paper tags, and I'm gonna ram to me in this process. Shit, we gonna get paid. So I'm like, Satan, as I was driving, I'm like, Satan, if you keep playing, we gonna get paid. Like, it gonna benefit us. Like, why you trying to invoke all this fear? I'm looking like, this my blessing. What you doing? And so then the trooper, one way or another, ended up being able to avoid us, but he barely hit us. And my young kid, they screamed. Once I was in the car, I'm finna go into this, y'all. This last one. But the last, I have so many near-death experiences, but at this point, I'm like, God, Satan, if you hit me, I'm getting paid. Like, ain't no fear. Really hit me so I can get paid out here. Like that, I don't feel it. Like, I'm ready for a blessing. So I'm in my car, mind my business. Satan be trying to invoke this fear that it's no fear. First, it was a state trooper. Okay, my kid, they scream hiding in the car. I got my grown kid with me at a different time. So I got my grown kids in the car with me. And so while I got my grown kids in the car with me, it was an 18-wheeler. It was on the right side. I'm in the middle. It's on the right side, and we got like a left line. So I'm in the middle line, and it's an 18-wheeler. He's on the right side of me. God already told me this 18-wheeler is finna jump lines. It's finna go straight from the right, straight to the left. And this 18-wheeler did just that. Like, it was in the right line. I'm in the middle line. This 18... Excuse me, y'all. This 18-wheeler jumped 2 lines. And I almost rammed dead into us in the process because we in the middle. And so my grown kids were screaming and hollering. They all just like, yeah, what you doing? You know how they was. And me, I'm calm. And I'm just like, did y'all want to get paid? Like, because it's getting to a point where, God, we going to have to get paid. We is going to have to get paid for our sufferings out here. My kids got emotional distress out here from these near-death experiences. We need to get paid. Satan is playing with us right now. I'm suing for emotional distress out here. Shoot. But I ain't have no reaction. So my kid, they were like, "Dog, Mom, you ain't even jump. You ain't even react or nothing." I was like, it'd be so many accidents. Like, it'd be so many, like, near-death. Like, it remind me of Final Destination. But if it ain't your time to go, it's like death got to skip over you, so to speak. So I just be driving. I'm just like, I be with my kids, and every time we almost have like a near-death experience, especially like my grandkids, I be like, did y'all want to get paid? Like, is y'all ready to get paid behind these accidents? It be freak accidents, but we don't never be at fault. Never at fault. But if you with me and you around me, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be like near death. Like, I experience a lot of near death, like stuff that go on, but I don't have no fear. And it's so calming around me now. It's like, you probably hate to be around me. You probably hate to even be around me from all the stuff that be going on. So let me get into this right here. Let me see. I'm going to speak on the book of Job. Okay, I'll speak on my dream. I'm going to speak on my dream. Because I was speaking on all these near-death experience, but I did have a vision about the angel of death yesterday. The angel of death. So I seen a lot yesterday. Yes, God showed me a whole lot. I'm not going to speak on too much of what was going on. I'm not going to speak on too much in the dream. In the dream, because the dream was like in sections. It was just all in sections. So I'm not going to speak on too much that was going on. But one part of the dream, I really was trying to figure out. But one part of the dream, I was just trying to figure out with my kids and them acting. I was trying to see, do I need to get them like an agent to like kind of oversee them. Like in the dream, that's what the debate was. That was one of the things that was going on. God, he gonna give me the rundown now. He gonna give me the rundown on what's going on. So in this dream right here, I was debating on if I need to really just get my daughters an agent and just start pushing, acting with them, or if I need to let them pick up little jobs here and there. And so that was what was going on with them. So that's what it's gonna be. Like I'm finna be going back and forth. Like, do they need to pick up little gigs here and there, or do I need to get them an agent and then just go head first in this with my kids? Cause they do drama. They in drama now, and so I do want them to get into acting. I do think that my kids I think they'll be like, I think they got the personality. Like they super goofy like me. Like they got the charisma. See me, I'm an introvert. So I'm kind of antisocial. Don't want too many people in my space. I'm just like, ooh, that energy, ooh, that energy. Keep all the bad energies away. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on. So with me, I'm charismatic and all that, but I'm just woke. Like I'm just woke out here. So I'm just like, nah, I don't like that. Nah, get the you know, like the radar going off on you. Stay away from me. Like I ain't even got no way. Just stay away from me, cause I'm be right. So if I need you to stay away from me, it's a reason why, and I don't need to know the reason why. I just don't want that around me. So I'm an introvert. I just kind of keep my distance, just kind of watch what's around me in my space, what's not in my space. I do have boundaries in place. I gotta have these boundaries in place. Like even walking with God, I got to have these boundaries in place, period. Everybody ain't got access. Access terminated. Access denied and access terminated. But I got to protect my peace, and I got to protect all of what the spiritual, all of what's going on in this process. And the only way for me to do that is these certain spirits that be on these people that operate. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood. So if you got a spirit operating on you, I don't want that spirit around me. So why people feel like, oh, well, you're operating, you can't hate him because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Well, you choose to allow Satan to use you to try to attack me, then you gonna get cut too in this process. And I know I'm still, and at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I know I'm wrestling against flesh and blood. And I know you weak because you allow Satan to use you. And he only using you to try to come for me because he don't have nobody else around that could get to me except through you. So you think I'm going to let you around me, and then you want to scream, oh, we wrestling against flesh and blood, but you allowing yourself to be a vessel to be used by the enemy? Like, well, how you think they're going to work? Like, how do you think that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but Satan think he's smart and he think he gonna use you, who is the flesh? But then you saying you wrestling against the spirit. How you gonna attack the spirit? I'm gonna keep you away too. Like if you allow yourself to be used by the enemy, you gonna stay away too. And in this process, I'm fighting the spirit by keeping you away. Because I don't want to take on, excuse me. I'm not finna take on you and your demons. Like, I'm not finna deal with what I got going on. And then for me to deal with you, because you human and you got a legion. You dealing with legion out here. And then I got to deal with you and your million demons. I just cut you and your demons. And then this process, I know it's spirit. So don't take it personal. Don't take it personal at the end of the day. It's spirit. I'm wrestling against spirit when I remove you from around me, because you dealing with the spirit. You got your own spiritual war going on with your own demons, and then you want to bring that around me. I sent my daughter my vision, and she texted me, little stuff here and there. So I'm trying to talk to y'all and read Focus Daniel's son, Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, Karate Kid. So if we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and people out here chooses through their free will, they choose to allow themselves to be used in the spiritual by these spirits, you'll be a fool to let somebody openly allow themselves through their free will to be used by these demons out here, and then you want to scream, oh, we wrestle against flesh and blood. Now, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against the spirit. They use the spirit. The spirit, they using the flesh of that person to like, what is you even saying? Make some sense. If this person openly allow themselves through their free will to be used by spirits, and then this person want to be around you, and then you want to scream, no, you're not wrestling against that person. You wrestling. I know who I'm wrestling against. And who I'm wrestling against is in that person. The Jezebel is in that person. So, me, I'm going to remove you too. Because you allow yourself to be used by Jezebel. So y'all going on over there somewhere. Because this ain't what you or Jezebel want. Or Satan. So stay on my way out here. To you people. Who feel like you're going to be. Who feel like they're going to be. Let me see the word. Come try to find this word. Who's going to openly allow themselves to be used by the enemy and then scream, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but you allowing yourself to be used in this warfare. You allowing your flesh to be used in this warfare to attack others around, and then when somebody come for you, you want to scream, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. You the spirit, like the spirit that's in you is the problem. Get away from me, because the spirit that's in you is the problem. I know we wrestle against the spirit and not and wickedness in high places. And right now the wickedness is in you. The wickedness that's in the high places in you right now. So get away from me. You is the problem. You is the problem. Because you allow yourself to be used by the enemy. So you is the problem now. Let me stop. Okay, y'all. So I ain't gonna speak too much about my dream. One of my visions was that I was debating on getting my daughters an agent to just get into, because they do drama and stuff like that. And I'm really serious about everything that I do. So I'm debating right now. In the spiritual, I saw myself debating, which is there what I was doing. I was just at this crossroad, like, okay, should they just continue on and just do little stuff here and there, or should I just be head first, just go and get them an agent and just go and throw them out there? Bow, y'all figure it out. Like, what, like, So, that's what's going to be going on with them, y'all. My kids, okay. And then I dream about the angel of death. Okay, sometimes the angel of death come to me in the form of a person. It takes on the image of a person in some of my visions. I done seen them in his true form, too. God allowed me to see him in his true form. Again, I'm not scared. But God, he allowed me. I was just right there watching everything. I was just watching everything. Just like it's a book of life where they call these names. And I'm just going to speak on because we getting near the end anyway, y'all. We is getting near the end of the end anyway. So everything that's hidden is going to be, boom, the veil going to be removed. So all the stuff that you think was hidden, God is finna show you everything. Like it's getting to the time where the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and you going to see what was hidden. That means it's the end. So part of the revelation that God gave me, so God threw me into this room. So you know how they have this real big book of life, and they call their names. They got this real big book of death, and they call their names. Like it's an equal and opposite. It's like a duality. So you got this book of life, this huge book of life, and all you got is this angel who calls out names non-stop, eternally. This angel is gonna call out names in this book of life. You got the same thing going on with death. So you got this angel. And the dream, it seemed like he had like one of those hoodie type, though real big hood type cloaks type thing where you couldn't really see the face. They were kind of covered up with a hood. Talking my voice. Excuse me, y'all. This weather is changing. Woo. Okay, so God put me in this room with the angel of death, and the same way like the angel of life, and they talk about this huge book and how the angels just call out names. It's an angel of death, and it's a huge book, and all they do is call out names. And so in this dream, it was God allowed me to be in a room when they called out 3 names. That's why I knew what it was, because ain't nothing explained to me. I got to try to figure it out. I be like in Blue's Clue out here. I'm like, what going? Okay, I see this. Okay, like Blue's Clue. Okay, so I'm in a room and it called out 3 names. I did not know these names. It was this huge book. Every time he called out a name, the whole entire room shook. It's no way you can be in the room, in the flesh, in the physical, while this thing is calling out names. When they called out names, his voice sounded like thunder, and it was an earthquake every time. And it's no way you could stand still. The whole room just shook. His voice like thunder. Like that's how it was. Like in the book of Revelation, when they talk about thunder and earthquake and it's shaking. Every time this angel spoke, that's what was going on. So he called out one name, and the room shook. And I heard, and I remembered a little bit about the name. And then he called out another name, and then the room shook. As he called out each one of these names, the room is gonna shake, and it's gonna be an earthquake. The room is going to shake because his voice sounds like thunder, and it's going to be an earthquake every single time behind every single name. And so then he called out this third name. And when he called out this third name, because it still was living, it had an astronomical effect than the ones that I heard that was already dead. So these people, the two people before these names, the room shook, it was an earthquake. The room shook, it was an earthquake, and that was bad. But when he called this third one, it seemed like lightning came in the room too. So it seemed like it was lightning, thunder, and an earthquake. So then, when he called this third name, the effects was 10 times the other names. So this name was significant. This name was different. So I wake up out that vision. And so when I wake up out that vision, I don't know these people. So me playing Blues Clues, I got to figure out who these people is. So I'm going around the people trying to figure out who these people is. Don't nobody really know these names. And so I'm like, well, I don't know these names. Somebody around me know these names. So this is what I'm telling myself. Because again, I'm playing Blues Clues. So I go around and I find somebody, and I name one of the people who I heard. I'm like, you know this person right here? And then that person was like, yeah, that's my uncle, but he dead. So then I was like, I called the second name that I heard. And so the second name that I heard in the place, I said, well, what about this name right here? You know this name? He was like, yeah, man, that dude got shot and murdered. They used to call him this, but that's his name right there. But he was shot. He was killed. And then I said, because of the third name, I was like, you got an angel death around you. You was not going to want to be around me. I told you this. You is not. So when this person confirmed the first two names, I was like, oh, you is the one. I was like, oh, you got an angel death around you. I said, somebody finna die real close to you. Boop. It was in motion. I'm a prophet. I got to speak what I see. So at this point, time go on, everything I see had happened, and the third person was still living, and the third person ended up being the third. That was the third person. The person was, yeah, that was it. That was it. And angel death came, and somebody real close, like everything I spoke, that's what it was. Okay, so I speak and say that because that was me seeing the angel death in its full, like in its true identity, like no kind of concealing or nothing like that. Like I seen the angel death, I seen it in so many different forms, but it be in its true form. That was one of the ones when it was in true form, because I'm listening to it, hearing it. It's this huge book, and all this angel do is call out names. And if it call out your name, this is the beginning of death for you. When this angel calls your name, this is the beginning. This is where it started. I'm right here watching the beginning of death. And it starts when your name is called. So this is when this the motion of it. So I'm up here looking and seeing the process of death. And this is the process of death, and this is where it begins. Right here where God had put me in that room with this angel. Couldn't really see his face. Like I said, every time he spoke, his voice was thunder, and the room is gonna shake like an earthquake. It's no way. Like every time he did that, I was like this, trying to keep my balance. Like it wasn't no way for me to keep my balance in this room with this angel who was calling out these names. Like it was impossible. But I'm still like, dog, he called out a name like the whole. That's how I was the whole time. I'm thinking to myself like, dog, do the angel and God be laughing at me? Cause I'm a goofball. I'm a goofball out here. Okay, so this is the beginning. I come to realize that what I was seeing was the beginning of death. So when this big old book These names, non-stop, all day, every day. This iron just gonna call out names. This is what it's designed to do. This is what it do all day, every day. It sits in the room and it call out names. And if it call out your name, the process of for death has started for you. Once your name is called in its place. Okay. So I seen it in that form. That's a true form right there. Okay. So my dream, y'all. So today I had a dream, and in this dream, like I said, it was a lot going on. It was just a lot going on. It everything wasn't really bad. I speak on a little section in the dream. In the dream, it was like it was dealing with like two boys, two little bitty boys, and cause I'm skipping parts to speak on certain parts, so you might be confused. But it was like when you got like little kids and you think, oh, it's okay for little kids to like take baths with each other. It's okay for little kids to walk around with no clothes on because they little kids. And, they ain't number 2, 3 years old. And you got all your little boys and stuff, all of them walking around butt naked around each other, no clothes on. Like, at a certain point, you're going to have to start separating your kids and giving them their privacy. Because what's going to happen is the spirit of homosexuality is going to come up on your boys in this process, and they're going to start to be attracted to other little boys. But it's starting with you allowing your boys to start to see each other naked and think that they innocent in nature. These kids, they mind so advanced. Even at 2, 3 years old, they minds is way more advanced than us. Because technology makes them so much more advanced, and God already is birthing them already advanced. So what you think is like them and them being innocent, they not innocent at that age. Like, they not really innocent like what you think at that age, where you can put two boys in the bathtub together because they brothers, and two girls in the bathroom and take a bath together because they sisters. Separate your kids, because you exposing them to this spirit and this demon of homosexuality by putting two girls together in incest. You putting two girls, your two daughters together in the bathroom, taking a bath because they two girls, and it just save you time to just throw both of them in the tub together because they sisters anyway, right? But you're dealing with you in a fallen, perverted world. You're dealing with perversion. Like, we in a fallen state. You got to realize we in a fallen state right now. So the perversion is there. So when you got two sisters and they bathing together, because it saves you time, instead of you making water for one and making water for the other one, you just throw all of them in the tub together, and they seeing each other exposed and naked. And Satan is entering their minds and putting thoughts in their minds. And he's perverting them even at the age of 2, 3 years old. He's perverting them. He's getting in their mind at 2, 3 years old, y'all. It's not what you think it is. Satan do not care. In your mind, you looking like, ooh, they 5. 5 too late. You got to start separating. A lot of this exposure to the same sex, it's starting way before they even, like, it's starting in the house. I'm telling you this. This is what I'm seeing. This is what God showed me. So, when you got brothers and sisters, separate them. Give them privacy. They cannot be, because that's your brother, he get to walk around naked. Because that's your sister, she get to walk around naked. Ooh, because they brother, sister, they both get to take a bath together. Do not do that to them. Get them separate baths. Make sure they cover up. You got a perversion going on right now. And you got incest. And you got sisters and brothers that sleeping together. Yes, they are. And the world gonna get more and more wicked. And yeah, I said it. You got incest going on. You got cousins that's attracted to your cousins. You got brothers that's attracted to your sisters. You got brothers that's attracted to the brothers. You got sisters that's attracted to the sisters. And you throwing them all in the tub together, taking baths. And Satan is perverting their mind in this process. So they not even seeing their sister as a sister, even though you trying to instill in them that that's your sister, don't touch your sister. So you're going to have to set boundaries. You as parents is going to have to set boundaries for your children. They do not need to be, your two sons together need to be watching each other in the tub together. They do not need to be in the tub together. They do not need to be butt naked together. Even when you change their pampers, they need to be separated. They need to be in separate rooms. They don't need to be watching and looking at all that. Because you exposing them in the house at 2, 3, 4. Like, it's young. Satan getting them young. And so they young. This is what I'm seeing. And it's starting with the parents who putting these two sisters in the tub together. And two brothers in the tub together, and they all bathing together, having fun. So they think this normal. Like you're programming them very young that this is okay and this is normal. So when they got two brothers in the tub together, and they think it's okay, it's normal, but then you tell them, okay, you can't take bath with other people, but you take a bath with your brother, you're creating a spirit of confusion for the kids. So what you want to do is tell them that no, you're not supposed to take a bath with nobody. And so you take them separate and you show them separately that you take your bath by yourself. He take his bath by himself. The daughters take their bath by themselves. Her sister take her bath by herself. Everybody do it separate. So that way that line can't be crossed because it's already understood. Because if you allow this to go on, but then you say that can't go on, you're creating a spirit of confusion on the kids. So what you do is you set the boundary where it's just don't go on at all. And so you do this by at home, because it's starting in the house. With the incest and all that, it's starting in the house. So what you do is you separate your kids when they take their bath, and they take their bath separate, and they do not look at each other while they naked. They do not do that because you're dealing with a fallen perverted. You in a fallen perverted world. We is not in heaven. We is not in heaven where Adam and Eve was running around butt naked because sin did not exist. We in a world where sin exists. We in a world where incest exists. We in a world where the dad is sleeping with the daughters. We in a world where the mothers is sleeping with the sons. We're in a world where the brothers and sisters are sleeping with each other. And we in a world where the brothers and cousins and everybody just touching everybody. And it's starting in the house. So what you gonna do is you gonna set boundaries, and you gonna be and get out your comfortable, like it's just easier for me type mindset. So you try to make your job easy, but you putting your kids in a position where they're going to start. If you got two daughters and they sleeping and they taking baths together, I don't care what you say, because I got 5 of them. But if you got daughters and you put them in a tub together and you say they sisters, and you saying that they not gonna lust after each other because they sisters, and that's the only reason why they not gonna lust after each other, what world is you living in? So you got them butt naked. You got them looking at private areas of each other that don't nobody supposed to see, but they get in the tub together and they see each other private parts all day, every day. And you think it's cool because they sister. Put some boundaries in place. It's time now to put boundaries in place for your kids. Girls, they need to be separated. They need to do their thing. They need their privacy. Boys, you really got to instill this in them because the society is just forcing this on them. So this is part of what I was seeing in my dream. Is that in the dream it was just these 2 boys. They were brothers. They were real young. They could have been like 4 or 5 years old, and it was already a spirit of perversion and homosexuality on these boys at 3, 4, 5 years old. It was already there. The spirit was already there. The demon was already there. And so it came from them being exposed to each other in the tubs. That's where the spirit came from. That was the beginning of this. It didn't start from, okay, uncle touched them. No, it started with them both. They mamas getting them together saying it's okay to take a bath together. Like, I know y'all. We in a perverted world though. So I'm just telling you what it is. And you can say what you want with it. But this is what I saw. You got 2 boys. They brothers. You've been taking them baths together. They've been seeing each other private part. They've been all this other stuff. You've been slowly not even thinking. But yeah, it's releasing spirits now. And Satan is finna tempt them and get them this curiosity within each other. And so they gonna do it behind your back. And they gonna get away with it. Because you getting them, like, when it's family, it's like you just like, oh, hey, cousin, come on over. You got your cousins over there, and you just got your guards down. It's perfect. It's perfect for Satan. Because a stranger not going to do it. Half of the time you molest or somebody in the family, they do it. 99% of the time, if somebody's molested, it's somebody you know, and it's not a stranger. We teach our kids stranger danger, but 99% of the time, it's going to be somebody that the child know. And I say 96% of that percentage is going to be a family member. I feel like the other might be friends of the family, stuff like that. But majority of the time, it's gonna be like a direct family member. It's gonna be incest. So create boundaries with your kids. This is all I'm saying. Create boundaries with your kids. Start to separate them when they taking baths. Do not let them look at each other like with no clothes on. Even if she come out the tub, the other daughter do not need to be watching the sister come out the tub with no clothes on. It is not acceptable. It is not okay. Make sure they're covering up in the house and being respectful, even at the young age of 2-3 years old. Because in my vision, these kids couldn't have been no more than like 5 years old, and they was already, the demon of the spirit of homosexuality had already entered it. And look, and incest, it was two spirits. The spirit of incest and the spirit of homosexuality had already entered these kids before they was even 5 years old. And it came from them taking baths together. It came from their mamas and stuff, letting them run around butt naked and just be around each other. Like it came from there. That's what that was the beginning of this, y'all. And so in the dream, I basically was like, I was around two boys. And so I just started to mention, hey, you know that, boys and girls supposed to be together. Like, so I'm trying to like redirect their thinking. Cause they already stuck on boy. And they related. These little kids. So I started speaking on boy, girl. I'm like, you know, huh? They got their dogs chasing everybody. I know, y'all. I'm trying to see what going on. I ain't scared of nothing. Them dogs come in this yard, they already know. Okay, y'all. So that's what I see in dream. I was just like trying to like redirect their thinking, cause they was already stuck on boy. Cause they had been taking baths with each other for so long as babies growing up. They already had in their mind boy. And so in the dream, I'm talking to them, and I'm talking to them about boy girls. Hey, you know it's supposed to be boy girls, right? And the mama was right there. Yeah. So I'm trying to redirect they thinking, the mama right there. But the mama didn't created this. Like the mama did created this by inside the house through their thinking everything innocent. But we in a fallen state, so nothing is innocent right now. Like nothing is innocent. Like they have to take baths together. They cannot. I don't care if they sisters, I don't care if they brothers. You can say what you want. They still human at the end of the day. They human. We born in the flesh. Yeah, we want our kid, but they human. So you got to realize that. And if they not attracted to their sister, they going to be attracted to other little girls that look like their sister. So set the boundaries. Because in the dream, the mama was right there. And the two boys already had, like, homosexual relations. Like, thoughts in their mind. And they weren't even like 5 years old. But it came from them bathing their kids together and doing everything with their kids and not just having no boundaries with their kids. Kids probably walk around butt naked and just all kind of stuff probably going on in their house. But you got to create boundaries with these kids in the house. Okay, y'all. Because I don't know what else to say dealing with that, but I seen that. Okay. The dream jumped. And so when the dream jumped, it was this person laying in the bed. And the angel death. It comes in the form of image of a person. So whenever I see this person, I'll be like, that's the angel there. Like, what you doing here? You know, that's how it be. So in dream, nobody knew who this person was in the dream. So when I looked, I was like, oh, this is this. And so I said who the person, who the person was, who is a family member. But this family member, this is the angel there. But it always take on the image of this person. So in the dream, nobody knew who this person was. But when I looked, I knew exactly that this is the angel there. And I'm looking like, what are you even doing here? So when I woke up, whenever I see this spirit of this person, I would wake up and I intercede and I pray over the whole family that death is not going to come to the family, because the person, somebody might get sick in the family, but it's not going to be to the point of death. But this person do represent death. So when I do see this person, it's like he been sent out like to the point of death. But I always kind of counteract it, because I'm like, I'm outside of time. So I'm already seeing the attack before it happens. So I see the angel of death just right there, just laying there, just laying on the bed. And I'm like, like, because nobody knew who it was. But when I seen it, I called the name out. I was like, oh, yeah, I know who that is. And I called the name out. And I woke up. I was like, God, I'm interceding right now. Because I see the angel of death right there in the dream. Disguised. So I already prayed. So whatever's supposed to happen, somebody in the family, this is like a family demon, a family spirit of death. So whenever I see this person, so I seen this person in the dream. Whenever I see this person, I always intercede against death. Like every single time, I have to wake up in my dream right then. It's two people. Well, it's more than two people. But the angel of death, he hides and disguises himself in the images of these people. So whenever I see him in the dream, I wake up and then I just be like, I just have to rebuke death. So this person right here, though, is assigned to the family. So this like a spirit over the family, like the family death. And so I just prayed against this spirit or whatever. So if it's somebody in the family, they might get sick, but they might not. It might not be to the point of death. It's not going to get to the point of death, because I already prayed against the death on it. So they might get sick, man. But it's not going to be to the point where it actually kill them. So I said that today. So I already prayed against death in the family. But this person represents, like, specifically death in the family. So when I seen it, I was like, oh, yeah, I know who that is. What you doing here? We are very familiar with each other. He know me, and I know him. Okay, y'all. So, those two things that were going on, the death in the family, I prayed against that already. And then the two little kids that was like, you could see the spirit of death. You could see incest on these kids because of the arrangement that their mothers had created for them, the environment that their mothers had created. The mothers didn't create no boundaries. And by the time the mother realized that, hey, it's time to create boundaries, it's too late. Because they already at 2 years old, they mind already there. And then you wait till they get about 6 and be like, okay, y'all, it's time to take baths separate. You late. Satan already got them. And he already planted the seed. Even if they don't act on it, the seed been planted. And it been planted from the mama who keep, or any family member that putting all these kids in the tub together. Separate these kids. Start teaching them nobody. Not your sister, not your cousin, not your uncle, not your granddaddy. Nobody. Like, start teaching them at 2 years old. Before they even start talking. Start teaching them even before they start talking. Because by the time you think you ready, they ready. You was slow. They already tested. They already, the spirit that already, the seeds that already been planting in them kids. Okay. 1, 2. I think that's it right there. So that's all. That's it. Dang. I'm gonna read this right quick because it probably be the book of Job. And I read this last night. Because when the wallet fell and I opened up my book and I was talking about the test, it went straight to Job. Like my book opened straight to Job. So I had read about Job. And I'm finna read this right now real quick because I'm talking about the kids too. And it's Job going to the kids that I've been talking about. Okay, so it say Job and his family in Uz. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was blameless and upright and one who feared God and shunned evil. And 7 sons and 3 daughters were born unto him. Also his possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household. So that this man was the greatest of all people on the east. And his sons would go and feast in their houses, each on his appointed day, and would send and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So it was, when the days of feasting had run their course, that Job was sent to sanctify them. And he would rise up early in the morning and offer burnt offering according to the numbers of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus Job did this regularly. And so when I read the book of Job, God is just saying that we have a covering over our kids. We are the covering over our kids. And in the book of Job. Yeah, I read that so fast. And in the book of Job, he had to constantly sanctify his kids. Like, he didn't know what his kids were doing. But he said, they might be cursing God in their heart. Let me pray for them. Let me set up altars. Let me fast for my kids out here. It go back to my other video when I was speaking on us being a covering over our kids. We are the protection over our kids until they get the coverings of their husbands. We're their coverings. And we have to offer protection over our kids, even if they ain't doing right. It still fall on us. We still responsible for that. And Job is the perfect example of showing this. Because even with his kids feasting and drinking wine and all them getting together, Job like, dog, my kids might be sinning. Like, they might be cursing God out here. Let me pray and sanctify my kids. And so this is what Job did daily. He did this all the time. He never not sanctified and put his kids on the altar for God. We should be doing the same thing. Why do you want to give Satan your kids? Like, why are you making it easy? I need something to drink. But why are you making it easy for Satan out here to just take your kids? Like, why you giving him them? Like, why is you making Satan's job so easy? Because you refuse to pray and protect your kids, even if they ain't doing right. You pray and send blessings, and you do what you got to do with God, and you steal your child covering. Because they might not be right, and they might not be doing right, but you still protect and cover your kids out here. So, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.